Hello and welcome to Chapter 7, Lesson 3. We're going to be working with subtraction equations, solve and write subtraction equations today. So one thing I know we're going to learn to solve by adding. And another thing we're going to learn is the addition property of equality. Real world link. It says Megan's bowling score was 39 points less than Charmaine's. Megan's score was 109. It says let S represent Charmaine's score. Write an equation for 39 points less than Charmaine's score is equal to 109. Well, obviously we know it is equal to 109. So if we're going to have Charmaine's score is 39 points, or Megan's score is 39 points less. So we have S minus 109, S minus 39 is equal to 109. And that will give us Charmaine's score. So use the number line to find Charmaine's score by counting forward. So if I'm at 109, and I'm going to go up by 10. So here's 10. It's going to be 119. 20. 129. 30. 139. And now I just need to go up by 9. So it's going to be 148. So her score is 148. So what operation does counting forward suggest? Adding. So we solved this problem by adding. Or I should say addition. Example 1. Solve x minus 2 equals 3. Check your solution. So method 1 is using models. So we have x, and if you take away 3, we have x. And equals 3, so minus 2 equals 3. If you add 2 to the 3, you get 5. But we're going to use method 2, it's a little bit easier to explain. We're going to be using inverse operations and the addition property of equality. If I add, I need to get x alone. So, and this minus 2 is next to my x. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides. And minus 2 and a plus 2 are going to cancel. So 3 plus 2, x is going to equal 5. So go ahead and try A, B, and C. So if we add 7 to both sides, 7's cancel, and x is going to equal 11. For B, if I add 6 to both sides, 6's are going to cancel, 8 plus 6 equals 14. And for C, if I add 5 to both sides, these 5's are going to cancel, 9 plus 5 equals 14. So we have 11, 14, and 14. So the addition property of equality is adding numbers to the same number to both sides, and your equations will still be equal. And we kind of went over this in the subtraction lesson. Example 2, at age 25, German Tivo of Russia was the youngest person to travel into space. This is 52 years less than the oldest person to travel in space, John Glenn. How old was John Glenn? Write and solve a subtraction equation. So if we have the age of John Glenn and German Tadov was 25 years younger, and we know it's 52 years less, if we add 25 to both sides, we are going to get the age. So D, this is Georgia's height is 4 inches less than Sienna's height. Georgia is 58 inches tall. Write and solve a subtraction equation for Sienna's height. So we're going to kind of do this just like the last one. So we said it's 4 inches less. So we know we have a -4. George's height is 4 inches less than Sienna's height, and that's going to equal to 58 inches. So we're going to have h, the height, -4 equals 58. So if we add 4 to both sides, h equals 62. Example 3. Raheem's rollerblades cost $70.25 less than his bicycle. His rollerblades cost $43.50. How much did his bicycle cost? Write and solve a subtraction equation. So his rollerblades cost... So we have this phrase, $70.25 less. That tells me negative $7.25. And that's going to equal the cost of the rollerblades, $43.50. And the way I know I'm setting these up right is I'm using this phrase, and that tells me minus $70.25. Same thing. 4 inches less tells me I have to minus 4. Just as a reference. So we have the bicycle, and then so we're going to add $70.25 to each side. These are going to cancel, and we're going to get B equals $113.75. And that's the end of the lesson, so thank you for watching.